Rapper Boosie seeks $300,000 refund after failed Trump pardon bid. Rapper reportedly paid $600,000 to push for president's pardon, but firm says no partial refund promised. So they probably had a contract with him. And I'm wondering, if the contract said that it wasn't no refund. They probably knew Boosie wasn't going to get the pardon, but that's $600,000. You know what I'm saying? They probably knew he wasn't going to be able to get it, but hey, you're going to give us this $600,000, we're going to tell you anything. Louisiana rapper Boosie Badass is reportedly looking to claw back $300,000 from a firm at a Washington, D.C. lobbyist after they failed to secure a pardon from Donald Trump. After he hired them to pursue the overturning of his conviction on charges of possession of a loaded weapon at a music video shooting in 2023. Boosie, whose real name is Torrance Hatch, and who hails from his home state capital of Baton Rouge, paid J.M. Berkman and Associates $600,000 in 2025 to advance his push for a pardon from the U.S. president. According to reports on Monday, which covered the federal government, but a pardon was not forthcoming, and Hatch is now taking up the issue through arbitration, potentially pretending a genre of litigation stemming from Trump's habit during his second presidency of doling out of pardons en masse to people who considered to be aligned with him and were convicted of federal crimes. Boosie thought he was a part of them. He thought he had that kind of status. I'm going to pay and get in. Nah, Boosie. You can see they don't rock with him like that, obviously. They just took his money. In the shadowy world of the so-called clemency economy, millions of dollars have been paid to lobbyists, lawyers, and pardon advocates bearing proffers of access to Trump. Federal lobbying records show the firm Hatch hired with the aim of securing a pardon from Trump's registered to contact the White House and U.S. Justice Department and Congress. The lobbyist told Hatch attorney that Trump had signed the pardon and that they were waiting for the White House to announce it, but the clemency were never announced according to notice. Meanwhile, notice said that Trump's White House told Hatch's attorney it had not received such a request. The ensuing legal dispute between Hatch and the lobbyist Jacob Wohl and Jack Berkman centers on whether the firm has a contractual obligation to return half of the $600,000 fee. The organization was paid up front. The firm disputes that it had agreed to return half of the money if no pardon materialized. Berkman has a connection to a pardon-related case that surfaced in March when New York lawyer lobbyist Joshua Nash was charged with attempting to extort money from the former client and the client's son over an alleged $500,000 debt. Nash was involved in a presidential pardon issued to Joseph Schwartz, a nursing home operator convicted of fraud, who had also hired Berkman. Hatch disputes over his unsuccessful sought pardon stems from a guilty plea he made with federal prosecutors to avoid prison time for having possessed a loaded pistol despite his status as a convicted felon, including a 2011 drug trafficking conviction. During a video shoot in San Diego 2023, Hatch was observed by police with a handgun in his waistband. Police at the time were monitoring an Instagram live video for a member of the neighborhood Crip Street gang. They determined the location of the video, conducted a traffic stop, leading them to Hatch's weapon. Under the subsequent plea deal, Hatch was sentenced to 3 years of supervised release, 300 hours of community service, and a $50,000 fine. His failed push to get Trump to remove the gun conviction from his federal rap sheet was meant to save him from serving a sentence. And it set stage for the fee-related dispute between Hatch and Berkman and a whole lobbying firm. According to Notice, the lobbyists told Hatch side they were effectively bankrupt. Wow. The firm also reportedly said in a statement that no provision to return half of the fee was ever actually agreed. Hatch told Notice that when the lobbyists were first contacted, they were real aggressive. They were talkative, but they were talking like they had Trump on speed dial. Other lawyers and pardon advocates told the outlet that a refund clause is highly unusual. Berkman told the outlet that it had lobbied hard for Hatch, including a massive, highly tailored advocacy campaign across Congress and executive branches and leading political influencers and media figures. We continue to believe that Boosie very much deserves a pardon. The firm efforts, they said, include lobbying Trump ally Loomer to ask Natalie Harp, the president's executive assistant, to bring the application to Trump. Whoa, according to Notice, was reported to have said that Loomer is the person for the Jewish guys. Hatch claims moved online Tuesday. When the rapper called on right-wing influencers, lawmakers, and figures included Loomer, Mike Cernovich, Jack Poskowick, and Erica Kirk, House Speaker Mike Johnson, and Representative Nancy Mace and Andy Biggs to confirm whether they had been contacted by the lobbyists over the pardon process. Loomer responds that she did not get involved in this type of work and had no idea what they were talking about. No offense, but I also have no idea who you are, and I never heard of your case. But she floated that Berkman is using people's name without permission to get business. That's also not how the pardon process works. You can't pay for a pardon. Not sure who told you. That's how it works. In the same thread, May said, our office received an email requesting a phone call. My staff took the phone call last October. Our office promised nothing. They never followed up to our knowledge. More than willing to assist, Berkman and Wool had compelled a colorful track record before getting locked into their dispute with the rapper responsible for the U.S. Southern hip-hop classic such as Wipe Me Down, Set It Off, and contributing to Webby's Independent. In 2022, the lobbyist pleaded guilty in Ohio and running a legal robocall campaign that allegedly targeted black voters. They later settled the case, paying $1.25 million to New York authorities and $5 million to the FCC. Notice also alluded to media reports about claims that the pair unsuccessfully tried to manufacture essay allegations against the former Transport Secretary Pete Buttigieg and the late former special counsel Robert Mueller, who investigated Russia's interference in the 2016 election that vaulted Trump to his first presidency. And Notice noted that also fooled the Washington Post into reporting a fake FBI raid on Burke's home. Hey, listen. Boosie got. Just straight point blank. He got, from the scammers. This what happens. And them dudes is claiming that they bankrupt. So Boosie ain't getting that money back. Yeah, this is a bad year for Boosie. Messed up the money with Vlad. People ran off on 600,000 from him. And you know, he still got the conviction. Yeah, he still got the conviction. They not going, yeah, come on, man. See, and I'ma just keep it a buck, man. You know, it's like gambling. Boosie, he gambled that. Expecting them people, if you think that you gonna ask these people back for some money, and they telling you, if you pay us, we'll get you a pardon, and you think you're gonna get some money back, I don't think it's possible, because honestly, I don't think it's legal for you to pay somebody for a pardon. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure people do it, but I don't think it's legal. So you trying to pay somebody for a pardon, thinking that it's gonna go that way, and now you're gonna get half of the money back. It's like you gambled it, you know? And Boosie might get them bulls with a case. You know what I'm saying? So now, if they get a case out this situation, right? Because they scammed him, and Boosie got to testify in a criminal court, is that telling? Straight up. Is that telling? If Boosie got to testify, is that telling? Because that's what it looked like gonna have to happen if it go there. Yeah, if they charge them bulls criminally, he gonna have to testify on that. Yeah, and why didn't Boosie look into these people better? Because in 2022, they settled out to all this money for scamming people. Why didn't Boosie look into it? See, this is where it happens, right? When you rush into a situation, you try to make a decision thinking that, all right, let me hurry up and get this money to him. I'm gonna get this pardon. Yeah, you sitting over there thinking it's gonna happen. Nah, man, you gotta really analyze shit when you're dealing with people. You can't be rushing to invest into this and that. No, hold up. Let me take my time. It's okay to miss that train. It's okay. You hear me? Because it feels some tight way when you pay for that ticket and the train don't never come. You hear me? Shit. You know, it's okay to miss that train because it feels some type of way when you pay for that ticket and the train don't come. You're like, damn, hold up. Nah, ain't no trains running. Ain't no refunds, ain't no trains running. Yeah. So I think they got Boosie. And then from them saying they settled out on some robocall shit that was targeting black people. So they are known for targeting black people. And they get over on them. Boosie just got caught out there. See, you know, as a black person, man, you got to be mindful of the shit you do. You know, you can't be thinking that you like other folks, other nationalities, and, you know, you going to be able to step in there and do certain things. Yeah. And, you know, with some of these people that got money, black guys, black people, they feel like because they got the money that they're equal. So they feel like if I put my money on the table, I'm going to get treated the same. When, you know, it's a lot of people in life that scam people with a lot of money. They look for people that got a lot of money that's willing to put their money out there. If they can sell you something, all right, come on, I got you. If it don't happen, all right, just take me to court, whatever you're going to do. You know, so Boosie wasn't paying attention.